Okay, guys, welcome in. We are checking out this new patch, 1.1.1? No, that can't be right. Hold on. We are looking at patch 1.0.10. I was close. It is a doozy. It's actually there's new stuff, so that's why it's important. They're not just fixing things. We'll get into how I feel about the patch in just a second. First, let's talk about what's in the patch. So what's in the patch is, first of all, a new hero, which appears at first glance to possibly be my new soul animal. It's Rhys, the Flame Hunter. Man, is he cool. Standing up there like that on the back of his chocobo. That's a chocobo if I've ever seen one. And oh my gosh, look at him. He's a superstar. I mean, man. It is a Mauler. I am a Mauler. He is a ostrich riding hunter with a 16th century Chinese fire cannon kind of thing. It seems really cool. We'll check him out in a second, but just to overview this, we've got hero skins for the first time. So we've got skins for both Fae and Vala. The Fae skin, I'll show you both of them in a second. The Fae skin is kind of just like a recoloring. The Vala skin is actually two completely new outfits, which is appropriate because Vala is the double agent hero who has an alternate side, right? So she's actually married to, I believe she's the wife of the prince to the Lightbearer Empire. Meisel's gonna kill me on that. We actually have a lore show. If you haven't seen it, we have an Asperia lore show. It airs on Sunday mornings on Twitch, twitch.tv/DangerGrey. It's right down here. But we have a show called the Asperia Chronicles, and I also have episodes up on YouTube right here on the channel, where we're starting to do deep dives of backstories of not just heroes, but the lore surrounding them. So the ways that different heroes' stories interact. Actually, this weekend we're doing the Rain family conspiracy, and any of you guys that play AFK Arena will know Gavis and Eugene, the new heroes that came out. So we just did a whole, our whole first big episode was on what I call the Forbidden Family, which is Gavis and Eugene and Lucilla and Liberta. That was a couple weekends ago. So Vala is married to, I believe, the prince-to-be of the Lightbearer Empire. What do you call it? The Crown Prince. And you guys don't care. You just want to see the patch. And she's a double agent. That's why she has the fancy dress outfit. She's an assassin by night. And there's a whole bunch of lore behind that too. We'll have to go into it sometime. So she's a really neat character. And with this set of skins, you get two skins. Which is appropriate. I can show them to you. I don't have them as I am a free-to-play player. And unfortunately, it will require VIP 11 to get these. So I mean, it's a healthy reward if someone wants to. If you get that far, a lot of our guys have them in our guild. So it's a very cool outfit. It's definitely a nice reward to the heavy customers. But us free to plays will have to drool. I'm used to it from AFK Arena anyway. But the face skin's all right. It's a recolor of her outfit, kind of. We'll get to those in a sec. Then added the title system. The titles are cool. I like the titles. I think we maybe just earned one from our Dream Realm exploits, which we'll get into in a second. Now, the fourth thing here, temporarily closed the manual battle mode for Dream Realm to provide a more relaxed gaming experience. I love almost everything that Farlight has been doing with this game, and Lilith. You guys know I'm huge fans of them. I am concerned about this change. I don't see any reason for this. It's certainly not a more relaxed gaming experience. The only person this would benefit would be someone who spends lots of money and is upset that they can't just automatically be the best. There's no reason to disable the ability to play the game. That's all that this is. For a more relaxed gaming experience, that doesn't make any sense. If you want a relaxed gaming experience, then play on automatic and earn the rewards that are associated with someone playing at that level. And if you want to be in the top 10, which is really the only people that this affects, maybe the top 20, then you're going to have to work for it a little. And I don't understand disabling this. If you want a game to have strategy, the only strategy that this supports is spending more money. That's the only strategy involved. If all you can do is play automatic, then the only way to get better is to spend more money. That's it. I mean, that's literally it. Or play for a longer period of time. But if you want to get better in the rankings, spend more money and get better. That's the message that this sends. And I don't think that's the message that they usually want to send. That's not, if that was the message that I felt that they always are sending, I wouldn't have been a diehard Asperian for the last 4 years as a free-to-play. I've only ever been free-to-play just as a way to challenge myself, and that's just how I like to experience the game. So this is unusual, in my opinion, and concerning, but it does say temporarily. So, you know, we'll see where it goes from there. But right off the bat, it is concerning considering how, at face value, what this looks like. As I just explained, there's no reason to do this unless people who spend money are upset that they can't be as good as people that actually play the game. That's all that it looks like. So we'll see what that's about. I heard some whispers. I'll say this. I heard some whispers that maybe there's a specific manual mode coming or something, and they wanted to highlight that modes. Maybe this was guessing from, but I heard a few people talking about there's a manual mode they think might be coming, and so they're gonna try and make that the place for it. But Dream Realm, I know so many people that were passionate about Dream Realm because it's fun to try and manual I mean, that's why they made the heroes able to be manually played, right? That's why that's an option, is because it allows you to have an extra element of skill in the game, and it keeps real players, you know, passionate players like myself and like the whole community of players that I play with, everybody who's at the top end of this game, and players that are just starting too. I mean, that is what drives the real gamers to love this game. And that's a major part of their audience. And I don't understand this, because all you're doing is telling them that they're not as important as the people who spend money. Anyway, well, let's move on. Because I don't like being negative. You guys watch my channel, that's not usually me at all. So, physique changing requires, I don't know what physique changing is. So we'll have physique changing requires specific items now. I'm not sure what that means. The conditions for unlocking the Miasma Guard now include progress in AFK stages. That makes sense. This sounds really good too. Added auto battle feature for AFK challenge. My mod on the Twitch, Bamo and I were just talking just on Sunday on our Twitch stream about how they needed an auto battle feature for Journey, and specifically for the AFK challenges, because they're taking people a lot of time to do. I mean, they're time consuming, and so auto battle is when you can set it so it'll keep fighting, and even if you lose, it'll attack again and again. And you can set it on, you know, on your phone. You say auto battle, and you can set it down and let it do its thing. And in these kinds of games where you are, you know, it's a large number of battles, it helps. I mean, it does. If you've played, I don't know if it's common in all gachas, because this is my only gacha experience is AFK Arena and now Journey for the last AFK Arena for 4 years now almost. But it was a great addition to AFK Arena when they added it, and I suppose we were always assuming it would come at some point. They've added it for AFK Challenge, which is definitely the place that it was most needed so far here. So that's great. Added one-time random equipment rewards for certain stages. Picked those up last night. Hey, like, you know, we don't need equipment anymore, but I'm sure those will be great leveling up. Heroes deployed by the command center and battle drills can now be changed. This is a huge win. This is a huge win for everybody in battle drills. This is so in the most competitive guild game mode, the competitive guild game mode. Battle drills is something like Abyssal Expedition in AFK Arena, if you can associate with that. But the heroes that you set for the week, or for 3 weeks now, it's a 3 weeks or 2 weeks on, 1 week off. But the heroes that you set when you're in the middle of a battle drill session will stay there for the whole time, or they would. And so the only way to drop them was to, like, if you left your guild and then rejoined, you could replace the heroes that you had chosen if you chose bad heroes. And because it's a new thing, they just redid all the battle drills a couple months ago. We've been learning it, right? So as we're figuring out what heroes are good, it became kind of a thing where people would be dropping guild all the time, and I'd be like, what? Ah! And then as a guild leader, right? And then they're, in 30 minutes, they're rejoining, like, oh, whew, okay. I mean, mostly they told me first, but that did happen a couple times. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? So this is great because it really, there's no reason to force people to I mean, it makes sense to be able to change your heroes. It just does. So just like in, well, we don't know yet because it's the off week, of course, for battle drills right now. It just ended yesterday. Analytica came in first place, first time in a couple weeks. We've been getting a lot of competition, and Analytica pulled out the win this time for the, I think we've been in second and third place for the last few weeks, so that was great. But we're in the off week now, so we won't be able to test it. But the battle drills are similar. I hate to draw the AFK Arena comparisons because I know Lilith and Farlight want us to separate the games, and they're very different. Of course they are. I mean, you know, and there's some similarities, but in good ways. In Abyssal Expedition, if you want to drop a hero, you can. You just lose the stamina that you have on them, right? So I imagine that it's the same thing here, that because it's a stamina-based activity, just like Abyssal Expedition, you earn so much stamina per, in this situation, it's per day. AE is per hour, but this is per day. And 24 stamina per day, and it takes 12 to attack a normal team, and 18 to attack a mid-boss, and 24, all 24 of it to attack the final boss. So every hero is earning 24 per day, and you can spend it however you choose to. You can save up to 72 right now, so which is nice that you don't have to use all 3 attacks. It was before this, the old version of battle drills. That is one of the changes we do really like, is that and it'll help people not have to play every single day if they don't want to, or at least you could be in a competitive guild and not have to play every single day, right? Because of this, so you can save up to 3 days worth of attacks and then go and spend them, which is great. So I would imagine the way that this works now is you'll be able to drop heroes and then add them back in. But if you drop them, of course, you lose the stamina on them, so you'd want to spend it first. So we'll see how that works. But then added a blur selection feature. We're gonna have to test that. That sounds great. Haven't seen it yet. Allowing you to precisely select one target from multiple options. That sounds great for manual play. They're putting things in for manual play, so there's reason to be hopeful that it is just a temporary thing while they're doing something. But I think part of the problem with it, hopefully that's the deal, and in that case, it's just a messaging thing. It kind of comes across in the way that I was saying earlier, but hopefully it's just a temporary thing. But to say it the way that they did is concerning for, I'm not going to get back into it again, but for the reasons I said earlier. But so added a blur feature allowing you to precisely select one target from multiple options. That would only be useful if you were, specifically that's for manually selecting a target for your ultimate. So for like Eddie, for example, right? So hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully that means there's lots of manual to come. So that sounds really good too, because it can be a pain to pick which of them you want if they're all on the same tile. Added target selection boxes in the world. Target selection boxes. Oh, right. So roaming around the world, you know, making it easier to pick somebody, I guess. So they have a box. You don't have to click on them. or maybe not. I don't know. That's what it means to me. Who knows? Added a purchase prompt for Keith's treasure hut in the world map. What? Wait. Girlfriends, man. Can't live with them. Definitely can't live without them. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's check out some of this stuff, huh? Let's stop talking about it and go do it. What else we got? Keith's treasure map, blur slab, that's great. Purchase prompt. I guess people are accidentally buying things from Keith. I love Keith. Keith is he's a good guy. He's dapper too. I tell you what, Keith knows how to dress. Added a feature to display the progress of other friends and guild members in the world map. That sounds cool. Adjusted the battle difficulty of some chest guards in the world. Okay, so either tougher or easier to get to some chests. Probably easier. Lowered the price difference in Epic Travelog, so you guys that do spend here, it's cheaper now. That's probably great. So you travel in Noble Path from 400 to okay, whatever. Hopefully they set the Noble Path up again, though. There is a free section of it, and it was useful, even though it was like 1/6 of what people were getting if you spend the not very much money. It did still help. I tell you what, the free section of the Noble Path, I was like waiting on those 7 acorns the whole time, every time. Optimize the skill descriptions for some characters with no change to actual effects. Optimize the startup speed of the game on certain devices. Optimize the appearance of some heroes. Added dialogue displays for heroes after recruitment. That's nice. Added dialogue, so maybe they say something when you get them, when you pull a card. Hopefully we can test that out. Meaning hopefully we pull somebody. Be great to pull the new Mauler. Added champion tier reward in arena, time limited frame. Ooh, yes, and there are frames now. And rankings reward. There's a cloak in the Dream Realm, which I just picked up right before I hit record, which is, of course, whoops. But I haven't put it on yet, so we'll get to check that out. So Dream Realm rankings now end up in a cloak if you're ranking high, which is awesome. Carolina, Candlelight Spectre, fixed an issue. Okay, they fixed Carolina. She was broken. I'm sorry, all you guys that built the heck out of her for PvP, but she's been broken. She was broken. You knew she was broken. She's not broken anymore, or at least it says she's not. I think I saw that some of these Carolina teams are not doing as well as they were. Which, I mean, you know, it's the way the cookie crumbles. Like everybody like me that spent like all of their red stones on boosting Eddie to 15 before they nerfed him. At least they gave us those back. They should probably give people back their investments on Carolina, to be honest, but damage multiplier remains consistent, blah blah. Okay, Dianel. I'm excited about Dianel. Maybe I'm saving guild coins for Dianel. Optimize the logic for selecting positions where in Starry Void skill for teleportation. Now identify locations to hit more enemies while minimizing proximity. Okay, Tamesia. Fixed an issue where the damage scaling for the Knight's Heart skill did not correctly increase. Okay, so she's gonna hit stronger. Dang, I know she's actually people have been using her. I wonder if she'll come in Dream Realm. She was for a minute one of the ones being used in Dream Realm, but I didn't have her built. I just got a first copy recently, so I don't know if she'll if she'll be useful. And man, I hope they fix that soon. It's such a bummer because it's a really fun one to figure out manually. I mean, our guildie Vatra has a great YouTube. If you go to Vatra, and they go through and they're, I mean, hitting #1 almost every day on Dream Realm lately with different really creative manual play. And that, I mean, that's like a whole section of this game that would make it worth it to play for people. I mean, I could see an entire, you know, community of players that's what they live for, is just out of a job now, out of an interest in the game if they take that away. So I really hope they fix it. Faye fixed an issue with the exclusive skill. Parisa. optimized Parisa. They keep optimizing Parisa, and it makes me think that they want her to be more used. I used her to get a 9-win honor duel this weekend, and she was absolute fire. I am intrigued by her. This ability she has where when she ults, she picks an enemy and then they and everyone around them get melted. I was using her with Iron, so he was grouping them up and then she would ult and just melt them. And it worked really well in honor duels. So I'm interested to see her being optimized even more. Thorin fixed an issue, his ultimate soul retaliation not dealing damage correctly. I don't know if that's more or less. Sand Soul monster, don't know who or what that is. Reduce the damage dealt by blinding sandstorm. Is that a new Dream Realm boss? I don't know. Okay. Honor duel adjustments. Picks the late triggering issue for the initial activation of artifacts Luxurious Sachet. Late triggering issue for Luxurious Sachet, Mystic Crystals, and Swifty Book. Duplicate artifacts will no longer appear during the initial artifact selection in Honor Duel. Fixed an issue where a monster of main quest in areas 1 through 6 was incorrectly categorized as a chest guard. I don't know what that means. But that's it. That's the patch notes. Let's get into some of it, okay? I'm going to have to refer back to that. It's a lot of stuff.